During the trip, and as a break from the rigours of sleeping rough, they made their way to pre-arranged accommodation in a luxury apartment in the Peruvian capital of Lima. Before settling in for the night, the group ventured out to the supermarket. At around the time of their return, hotel doorman Lino Rodriguez Vilches plunged 15 floors to his death, an incident which marked the beginning of an horrific ordeal for the group now dubbed the Peru Six. Initial reports suggest the death was, at the time, being treated as a suicide. However, Peruvian police now regard the case as a homicide and one in which the 6 Australians are the prime suspects. Peruvian authorities want them back to face trial and have threatened to place them on Interpol's most wanted list. Well, 5 of the 6 Australians join me now this morning. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Thank you for...
Well, we continue to travel through Peru, and we all travelled for another maybe 2 months after the incident, and it wasn't until that we got back to Australia and we were here for 3 months that we realised that something was going on.
And what was that? What did they say? And who was it that told you?
Well, I opened my Facebook and I noticed that there was a YouTube link to a Peruvian television network. And, you know, that obviously went through what was happening on their end, which was accusing us of being somehow implicated in the murder. So
what, you saw your photos on this,
yeah,
on this
photos,
news show, and they were
photos
saying
online.
These guys are wanted for the murder of this doorman.
When that happened, obviously, I was, you know, upset, and well, I think we're all a little bit, you know, scared at what the outcome could be. But obviously, this far down the track, you know, it's progressed and it's got progressively worse.
So what's happened?
There's obviously no evidence because we haven't done anything wrong. They've conducted their own investigation and there actually isn't any evidence to support any of their claims. We've been subpoenaed to go to Peru in early July to give our statements, which we've never been able to formally give our statements up until this time. So this whole year, we haven't even provided our side of the story.
So will you go back? I mean, there'd be a huge risk in you doing that, wouldn't there?
Yeah, I think we've requested a waiver so that we can bring our statements and give them online.
Without having to go back?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Peruvian, you're sitting there going, well, if they're innocent, why don't they come back and give statements? Why don't they come back and make those statements to the court? I mean, that's what they'll say if you're living in Peru.
What we've learnt so far, I think, is that we haven't had the opportunity to give those statements, and you know we wouldn't be able to get that due process if we were.
Yeah, over there, you'd be straight through. Well,